Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to our game this evening as we welcome the Lady Penguins from Clark College and our host, Lady Blazers. Before our introductions, would you please stand and remove our hats, gentlemen, if you would, please, as we address this great nation of ours with the singing of our national anthem, honored with the presence of Miss Sweet Battle.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Beautiful. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Once again, welcome. Glad that you're here. As again, we welcome the Penguins and making the introductions for the starting lineup. A 5'11" freshman, number 11, Michaela Batanga. 6 foot sophomore, number 21, Haley Grossman. A 6 foot sophomore, 23, Brooke Bowen. 5'8" sophomore, number 32, Nicolette Bond. And a 5'11" sophomore, number 42, Andrea Smith. And the rest of the Lady Penguins, head coach Mr. Al Aldridge, Ashley Carell, and Pat Trent assisting. And the starting lineup for your Lady Blazers. 5'6" sophomore, number 3, Karina G. 5'4" freshman, number 5, Kendra Prenninger. A 5'10" freshman, number 12, Molly McIntyre. 5'5" sophomore, 14, Leah Davis. And a 5'9" freshman, number 33, Courtney Keupu. And the rest of the Lady Blazers, head coach Mr. Shane Schutz, Mr. Caleb Sales, Mr. Joe Milton.
All right, I'd like to welcome all you watching at home. I'm Edmund Meyer alongside Luke here. This evening, Centralia College will play host to Clark. It'll be a doubleheader. First game is the women's game, and to start it out, the tip will go to Clark. Number 32 for Clark passes it inside to her teammate. Number 23 goes through the lane and puts up a shot, no good. Leah Davis gets the loose ball, and she's on the way down the court on the offensive end to set up her team's offense. Passes it to Prunger back to Davis. Clark set up in a 2-3 zone, so Centralia working the basketball around. You can hear Coach Schutz call for high post action. And that's what Centralia does as Karina G drives and looks to feed her post, but it gets stolen away by number 11 of Clark.
Stifling defense by Clark so far. Really trying to shut down the ball, really trying to make an emphasis on it here at the beginning of the game.
So 19 minutes, 22 seconds left to go here in the first half. Score still 0-0. Clark with possession of the basketball. Bowen with the basketball, passes it into her post, puts up the shot, gets blocked, and Trailblazers heading the other way. Pruinger passes it to G. G dribbles it, guarded tightly by number 11, Batanga. G dribbles to the lane, kicks it out to the corner for Davis for three. Shots off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound goes to Pruinger. Good offensive rebound by Pruinger there.
Just hard work. That's hard work. Great look, but a better hustle.
Yeah, good hustle by Pruinger early, showing that she really wants to fight for it at the offensive end. It's what you want to see if your coach shoots. Davis with the ball up top, guarded by the taller number 42, Andrea Smith. Davis dribbles and dribble handoff to G. Back to Davis. Davis dribbles through the lane and gets called for a travel. So 18 minutes, 36 seconds left to go here in the first half, and score still 0-0 as Centralia plays host to Clark. Step through move by Grossman, and she puts it up and in for two.
Just took advantage of the lack of defense getting back. Need to get back.
So Centralia in the white and blue, white with blue numbers and blue trim. Ball bounced off or is shot by Kaupa, or maybe a pass, but it came right back to her. And Centralia with the basketball, puts up a shot by G, no good. And Clark quickly the other way. Number 23, Bowen with the basketball now, passes it cross court to her teammate for three, shots up and no good. Davis with the rebound. Davis in transition, looks for a cutter, but doesn't like what she sees, so she sets up the offense.
Seems like there's a little bit of confusion here on the plays. Shoots is kind of letting them know the spacing's a little off, but they're getting into it.
So good shot there from the short corner by Kaupa to tie up the score 2-2 with 17 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here in the first half. Full court pressure by Centralia now, and they cause a turnover by Clark. So Kaupa with the steal, passes it to G. G up to Pruinger to set up the offense. Pruinger back to G. G to Kaupa for the open shot from the left corner. The shot's no good off the front of the rim, and there's going to be a foul call on white number 12. That's going to be Molly McIntyre. Molly McIntyre is a freshman out of Freeman High School. 5'10" forward. So quickly the other way is Clark as number 23 passes it to number 11, Batanga. Batanga guarded by Davis. Centralia in a 2-3 zone here, just like the opposite way as Clark defended Centralia. And the shot from the left corner that time is up and in. Scores now 5-3. Good three-pointer there by number 23, Brooke Bowen, to put Clark ahead by 3 points. Centralia again struggling with the 2-3 zone, but kick it out to the open shooter from the left corner, and it's up and in. Good shot by Molly McIntyre. 1 point ball game with 16 minutes and 22 seconds left to go. Scores 5-4.
Clark's 2-3 zone, I mean, they're just not covering that corner shot over there. They get it all day, and if they don't respect it, we're going to hit it.
Yeah, smart, good action by Karina G as she drives through the lane and kicks it out, finding the open shooters, breaking down the zone. Now Bowen with the basketball, guarded tightly by McIntyre, passes it up to their teammate Bond. But ball movement by Centralia, by Clark with the shot clock going down, and shots off the rim. Rebound goes to Centralia.
Good ball movement by these ladies right now.
Pruinger with the basketball, passes it over to G. G loses the basketball, and there's going to be a foul called on white number 12.
Got some scrappy play so far.
Called on number 3, Karina G. Karina G, one of the few sophomores on this team out of Auburn Riverside. She's in the backcourt alongside fellow sophomore Leah Davis. Score is 5-4. Clark with the early lead here. And they're going to have a foul call on Pruinger as she's had her hands up on the offensive player as she makes the drive. Pruinger needs to practice or just work on playing defense with their feet and not so much her hands.
Definitely. But you got to love the scrappy play so far. I mean, it's fun to watch.
Open shot by number 3, and shot's going to be no good as they call 3 in the key from Clark. So 15 minutes and 26 seconds left to go here in the first half. After the violation, possession to go to Centralia. Karina G with the open shot, puts it up and in from about 15 feet out, and it's going to be the first time out of the ball game from Clark.
Almost a floater on that shot. That was nifty. It was nice.
As you were speaking of some of the scrappy play early, I've noticed that the Centralia girls, they like to put an emphasis on that to see if what they can get away with, kind of test the refs early, see what they're going to call and what they're not going to call. And maybe that's one thing that the Clark coach is talking about is having his players settle down here for a second and compose themselves with the tough defense.
Definitely, but you got to know that this is just as much trying to mentally intimidate Clark right now. I mean, it's a good strategy, but it could be dangerous. It's a gamble for sure.
So scores 6-5. Trailblazers with their first lead of the ball game, and with 15 minutes and 11 seconds left to go here in the first half, Clark with the press break out of the timeout, but ball stolen away by Kaipu. That's a second steal here of the first half. Pruinger passes it over to Karina G. Karina G skip pass over to Davis. Davis feeds it down into McIntyre. McIntyre out to G. G down to Kaipu. Kaipu back to G. G looks to score. There's 10 seconds on the shot clock, so somebody has to look to put it up, and it's Kaipu who drives from the left baseline and draws the foul. Foul's going to be called on number 32, I believe, Nicolette Bond out of Vancouver, Washington. Or it's going to be on number 23, Brooke Bowen. She's a 6-foot guard / forward out of Vancouver, Washington. Kaipu's going to be at the line to shoot 2 free throws.
As she hits the first, you got to notice out there that Kaipu's she's aggressive. She works hard, and they always have that baseline open for her, so watch out for that.
Second shot rolls out. 2-point ball game now. Centralia leads 7-5, 14 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here in the first half. Clark in transition, and Centralia quickly recovers on their defense. And 3-pointers in the corner by number 32, Nicolette Bond, and that's good.
Now that's the second one they left her open for. They got to watch that one.
So
She's definitely on fire.
Scores now 8-7, and Clark with the lead. So going back and forth here, trading the leads, Centralia and Clark. And down at the other end is Clark's big, number 21, Grossman, putting them up by 3 points now with 14 minutes and 3 seconds left to go. And we'll see the first time out down at the other end here by Coach Schutz.
That was definitely a good open shot there. I mean, she sealed well, and she chose to go to the other side of the basket. And just good post execution, really.
So with the last time out, we've seen Clark they found themselves with their first deficit of the ball game, so he quickly called timeout, and down at the other end, now it's a 3-point lead by Clark. And just a quick switch like that, and we see a first sub of the ball game. It's going to be number 22, Julia Myers, checking in.
But like you were talking about earlier, I think Coach might have just set them straight during that timeout. Maybe they're a little frazzled by the defense by Centralia, but they seem to start getting locked and loaded here.
So Pruinger passes it over to Myers. Myers looks in and might have got away with the travel, but back to Pruinger. Pruinger puts a shot off the front of the rim. Leah Davis gets the rebound, and she sets up the offense for the Lady Trailblazers. Pruinger to Davis. Davis to Kaipu. Kaipu shoots a shot, just a shot inside the 3-point line. It's no good. And ball goes out of bounds. Possession will go to Clark.
There's Keipu again with the open shot, and if she starts hitting those, it's going to be real dangerous for Clark.
Ball's inbounded by the Penguins. They look up and flash middle and look down to number 21. So now good ball movement by Clark as they're passing it and just keeping the Centralia players moving constantly and then get the open shot, putting Clark up 12-7. Julia Myers pass fakes and then skips it over to Pruinger. Pruinger down to Davis. Skip pass back over to Myers. Myers dribbles left, kicks out to Keipu. Keipu looks at the shot, doesn't like what she sees. Back to Myers. Myers puts it up from the corner and it's up and in. 2-point ball game now, 12-2. Full court pressure again here by the Lady Trailblazers. Good job this time down the court by Centralia to stop the ball. Now number 3 drives up through the lane, puts it up and in as two defenders. That's number 3, Sarah McKee, 5'8" freshman out of Lacey.
Good move with the up fake. Got them all tricked. Got past them, made the basket.
Pruinger passes it to Davis in the corner. Davis to Keipu. Keipu puts up a shot and it's no good. And there's going to be a foul on the loose ball foul on the rebound. It's going to go against Centralia. Looks like it's going to be on Molly McIntyre. 12 minutes, 19 seconds left to go. Number 10 will be checking in the ball game. That's Alicia Swarnson along with Lauren Fisher. So on the courts, Lauren Fisher, Alicia Swarnson, Julia Myers, Keipu, and Pruinger for the Lady Trailblazers.
You're seeing the press, the man-to-man press, and you know what? There's just nothing easy on both sides for sure. It's just a great game right now.
Yeah, 4-point ball game as the Clark Lady Penguins try and push up that lead here. Batanga passes it to Bowen. Bowen kicks it to her teammate Bond. Bond back to Karenga. Inside to the post, number 4, and she gets called for a travel as she's looked for a shot, and all she's seen was hands by the Lady Trailblazers. So
good call. She tried to draw the foul, and she wasn't really fooling anyone on that one.
Yeah. Sorensen with the basketball, passes it to Fisher. Fisher to Pruinger. Pruinger back to Swanson. Swanson kicked it to Julie Myers. Her shot's no good for 3. And good scrappy play by Bond as she dives for the basketball. Hustle plays early here by the Clark Penguins. And they're gonna give possession to Centralia. Maybe a travel call on that.
Actually, I think it was a jump ball. They got the hustle. They got down the ball, and just like shoots, you know, he emphasizes.
So that's a good shot by Julia Myers from the left short corner. It makes it 2-point ball game with 11 minutes, 15 seconds left to go here. Clark with the lead. McGee with the drive with the right hand, and there's going to be a foul called on Swarnson. Number 10, Alicia Swarnson, 5'10" freshman out of Freeman. So both McIntyre and Swarnson out of Freeman High School. Spin move there by 44 and puts up a shot, no good. And Sierra Brown out of Camas High School. Now, number 3, Pruinger passes it to Fisher. Fisher out to Swanson. Swanson from the left corner puts the shot no good off the back of the ring. Good hustle by Julia Myers to get the rebound. And Pruinger with the ball now passes it to Swanson. Swanson dribbles, gives it to Keipu. Keipu looks inside to Fisher.
What a pass.
Up and in, and it's good.
Keipu making some great decisions with the ball. She knows she's not hitting very well, and she sees Fisher wide open under the basket, gets the easy deuce.
So, game's now tied with 10 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here. And shots up and no good by the Lady Penguins, and skips her on rebound, puts it up and no good again. Fisher now with the board. Pruinger in transition, passes it to Swanson. Swanson goes to Capu. Capu back to Pruinger. Pruinger puts up a three-point shot, and it's up and in. It's a three-point lead here now by the Lady Trailblazers just halfway through the first half. And in transition is Clark. Ball gets poked out of bounds. Good hustle play by Capu to knock it out of bounds. Nothing easy there down low. And it's possession will stay with Clark. They'll take it out underneath their basket.
And good to note on that last play, that was actually Keupu with the assist again. So she's just contributing and trying to contribute in every single way.
McIntyre setting to check in the ball game for Keupu. Scores 17-14 with 9 minutes and 53 seconds left to go. 23 seconds on the shot clock for Clark. Dribbles to the right baseline, puts up a shot, and there's going to be a foul called on Lauren Fisher. There's actually two Centralia defenders, so we'll see who the call is going to go on. This call is going to be on 22, Julia Myers. It's going to be Julia Myers' first foul. So that's 7 fouls now on the Lady Trailblazers here in the first half, to the 2 fouls against the Clark Penguins. First shot was up and in by number 32, Nicolette Bond. Second shot's good, so she makes the pair.
And Bond is really starting out this game great. I mean, she's got at least 2 threes, got those 2 free throws there, so there's at least 8 points. She's doing good things for the Lady Penguins tonight.
Julia Myers dribble handoff with McIntyre. McIntyre tries the same thing with Pruinger, but the ball gets knocked away and it's loose. And fight for the basketball, and Coach Schutz calls timeout. So 9 minutes, 30 seconds left to go here in the first half, and it'll be a 30-second timeout by Coach Schutz.
Real good call there by Schutz. I mean, they knew they were in trouble, and that's just good coaching ability, honestly.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of that from Coach Schutz, making the right decisions and putting his team in the right place at the right time. And so they'll try and calm his team down here a little bit, makes a little bit smarter passes is probably what he's talking about in the huddle. So,
but so far you haven't seen too many bad things from either side. I mean, it's pretty closely contested.
McIntyre to inbound it. Gives it to Pruinger. Pruinger out to Swanson. Swanson looks inside, but dishes out to Julia Myers. Julia Myers dribbles and backs out to Swanson. Puts a three-point shot and it's up and in. Good assist there by Julia Myers to put her team up by 4 points. Scores now 20-16 with 9 minutes and 15 seconds left to go.
Shooting the lights out is the Blazers.
Ball's in the corner now for Clark, as then they look inside to the post move. And number 21 puts up the shot, no good. Rebound goes to McIntyre. McIntyre looks for a point guard, Pruinger. Pruinger will set up the offense. Good decision not to pass it that time, by Julia Myers. And it's Myers for 3 actually now. It looks like Fisher's a little bit shaken up there on the play. Scores 23-16 with 8 minutes and 43 seconds left to go.
They're just shooting the lights out from distance. I mean,
2 players checking in now. Megan Finger is checking in the ball game as well as Keupu.
Blazers must have read the scouting report on Grossman. I mean, they're defending her pretty hard, know that she's a tall presence, and she's an anchor for this Clark team.
Number 32 kicks it inside and shots up and no good. Now Megan Finger with the rebound right away as she gets in the ball game. 23-16 now Trailblazers lead with 8 minutes and 11 seconds left to go here in the first half. Pruinger puts up a 3-point shot from the right wing, no good. Rebound by number 21, Grossman. Batenga sets up the offense. He gives it to her teammate number 42, who might have got away with the travel there, and turnover either way at this end here. And Julia Myers gets the loose ball as 2 Clark players are on the floor, and Keupu's looking down at the other end as her teammates are screaming down at this end. And so 7 minutes and 36 seconds left to go here in the first half. There's going to be a foul call to maybe end a little bit of that chaos that we just seen for a few seconds there.
Definitely back and forth chaos for sure. Centralia had that 5-on-3 fast break, and I mean they did pretty good things. I mean they got the foul out of it and just keep on producing.
This one's going to be a full timeout now, and so scores 23-16. Centralia, you're seeing, on both sides, we're seeing a lot of subbing in and out, and has to be due to all the running up and down the court we've seen. Neither one of the teams is trying to slow down. Probably the game plan coming into this game was to push it as much as possible, and probably not let either one of the teams set up the defense, because you see it once the two defense get set up, it's pretty solid down at both ends.
Absolutely. But one thing you also see, though, is we've mentioned it a few times already, is there's players hitting the deck everywhere. They're hustling hard, and they're getting on the floor. So you got to think that's kind of wearing down on them a little bit, too, which would make the subbing more frequent.
So we're going to, after the timeout here, we'll see Davis, Keupu, Finger, Sorensen, and Julia Myers on the court for the Lady Trailblazers.
Fisher taking a breather here.
Yeah, you've seen Fisher go down with that. It looked like maybe her ankle, but she got up and walked off the court. Said she was fine, but she looks like she might be getting her ankle taped here.
Let's just hope she can make an appearance, and she's a big part of this team.
Keupu passes it over to Julia Myers. Julia Myers to Davis up top. He passes to Sorensen. Sorensen looks inside, dribbles it with the left hand, puts up the shot, and maybe Clark player got away with the foul. A lot of contact in there. But Centralia winds up with the basketball and puts up a shot. It was Megan Finger inside there who got the loose ball, put it up, and drew the foul. Foul's going to be called on number 12. Actually, they didn't call the foul yet here.
But that was something that was excellent, too, is that Centralia is not stopping until they hear the whistle. They may have gotten away with a foul there, but you have Finger who went for the offensive rebound and kept going until they heard the whistle blow.
Yeah, exactly. They're not trying to complain about the foul or anything, just play on and play through it.
You got to love that. You just got to love that kind of basketball where they just play the game.
The foul there is going to be foul call was on number 32, Nicolette Bond. That was her second foul of the ball game, and you'll see her take a break. Says Clark coach not wanting her to pick up the third foul before the halftime here.
Yeah, she seems to be a pretty integral part of that offense, so definitely a good decision by coach.
Megan Finger missed her first free throw, but second free throw is up and in, so 8-point ball game now, as I believe it's 24-16 with 7 minutes and 13 seconds left to go here. I don't think they put the point on the board yet. Yep, there it is now. 24-16, 7 minutes and 6 seconds as number 3, McKee puts up a shot, and it's no good. And good block there by Finger as she denies number 21, Grossman.
Just like I said, I mean, the aggressiveness on Grossman, it's really frustrating her, and you can tell.
Yeah, and you'll see Megan Finger take a break as Lauren Fisher checks back in, and Karina G will check in the ball game now for Julia Myers.
Seems like they're running some sort of box play, maybe screen the screener.
McGee with the ball now for Clark in the corner. Double team, passes out of it, and gives it to number 23, who makes a series of passes and they set up the offense here. So Clark is just working on the ball movement now, looking for an open shot, trying to find a hole in the Centralia's defense. And you can see down low that the two bigs are battling there back and forth, getting away with a little bit of pushing, and then they finally, had enough of it and called the foul.
Yeah, there's definitely no lack of aggressiveness in this game so far.
Foul's going to be called on Sorensen, the freshman out of Freeman. It's going to be her second foul of the ball game. 1-and-1 situation for Clark. First shot was good by Grossman, so she'll be rewarded with the second one. 6 minutes, 37 seconds left to go here in the first half. 7-point ball game. Now it's 6-point ball game. Score is 24-18. Lady Trailblazers with the lead. Leah Davis passes it to Swanson. Swanson into the high post there. Kaupu put up the shot, no good. Rebound Davis, though. Good hustle plays by Davis here in the first half. Now Swanson puts up a three-point shot. She knew it was off right away, so she was chasing after that rebound. And 6 minutes, 13 seconds left to go. Ball goes out of bounds. Possession will go to the Lady Penguins.
And that's what the coaches teach you, though, is to follow your shot every time. And it definitely works out. I mean, you've seen a lot of offensive rebounds by Lady Blazers so far.
6 minutes left to go here in the first half as Clark sets up the offense. Good post move by Grossman, and Fisher got the block, but Grossman was able to recover and put it up and in there along the right side of the basket. Good usage of the backboard there and willingness not to give up by Grossman.
You can tell she's got her composure on now.
4-point ball game as scores 24-20 with 5 minutes and 35 seconds left to go. Good steal by Leah Davis down low. She puts it up and in to put her team up by 6 points. 5 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here in the first half, and Centralia with a 6-point lead. Inside the Grossman then, she puts it up and in. She had inside position on Kaupu. Kaupu is kind of in no man's land under the basket there as Grossman puts it up and in. And
they just went back to 2-3, so I mean you could probably see some confusion there. So I mean they just need better communication, I think.
4-point ball game now, and it's Kaupu from the short corner this time from the right side, so she kind of switched to the other side of the court here as it's 6-point ball game, 28-22. Centralia with the lead. And it's number 23 down at the other end, Brooke Bowen, putting up a shot from the right free throw line extended there. Good shot by her, 4-point ball game.
Jump shot for jump shot, answering away.
Coach Schutz, you can hear him over here hollering for a timeout as a 4-point ball game, 4 minutes, 38 seconds left to go here. It's going to be a full timeout for Centralia.
Coach definitely, he can see his teammates are his team is getting a little flustered, so he definitely just needs to calm them down and get them back in their flow and make sure that they're executing the plays and they know where they're at on defense. Yeah,
well, you made a good point about when they were switching to the 2-3 zone. It's, when you call 2-3 switch that quick in transition like that, it's hard for everybody to, set up real quick like that and know exactly where they're supposed to be. So you could understand the confusion there. And now he might just be talking to his team, letting them know exactly what he wants down at the end. And there's, the big player down there, Grossman, getting a few easy baskets. He's probably talking about how he wants to put a stop to that, either front the post or whoever's guarding her, presumably the one from WF West, Lauren Fisher, just talked to her about staying strong.
And Grossman, you can see she's such a physical presence out there. She's not afraid to get down and dirty. She's a true post, and it's just they just got to keep tough on her. They've done great so far. She's gotten a little bit into her zone now, but if they keep it up, I think it'll be just fine.
So after the timeout, on the court for the Lady Trailblazers is Kaupu, Swanson, Karina G, Leah Davis, and Lauren Fisher. Kaupu will inbound it. And ball goes to Leah Davis. 4 minutes, 35 seconds left to go here in the first half, and Centralia with the 4-point lead over the Lady Penguins. Swanson with the dribble through the lane and loses possession of the basketball. It goes out of bounds. Possession will go to Clark.
And Fisher did have the seal there, but if she just seals it a little bit tight and calls for the ball, she'll get it, and that's an easy basket.
Leah Davis there attempts for the steal but doesn't get it, so she has to try and recover, and in the meantime she picks up a foul as she fouls the jump shooter, kind of a cardinal sin in basketball. You don't really want to foul a jump shooter. That's going to be her first foul of the basketball game.
And foul a jump shooter, especially one like Nicolette Bond, who's already putting up good numbers. And you can see she's a great free throw shooter too, so one of the last things you want to do.
definitely goes with the package of being a good shooter. So a 3-point ball game now. And it was a 3-point shot, so she's got three free throws. And at the moment, 2-point ball game, one more free throw. And her third one's no good now, so still remains a 2-point ball game. And there's 4 minutes and 10 seconds left to go here as Centralia down at the other end. Keupu got away with the travel, but they called it. So it's going to be a turnover by Centralia. 2-point ball game, scores 28-26. 4 minutes and 4 seconds left to go.
And there's no room for turnovers right now. I mean, it's down to the wire.
Centralia stays in the zone, so Clark moving the ball around. You see a series of skip passes trying to get the Centralia defense to move. And Clark puts up a shot, no good. Great defense by Centralia, that trip down the court.
They're just suffocating them out there. Stifling defense, good job.
Leah Davis passes it to Karina G, back to Davis. Davis with 2 players on her, gives it to Keupu. Keupu ball fakes and dribbles through the lane. Left hand puts up a shot, and it's going to be called charge. So that's going to be a player control foul there on Keupu.
Not sure if she exactly had position there. It was a great look by Keupu though, and finished it with the contact.
Yeah, they're just going to say that it was Keupu who forced the contact though on that play. And number 23 goes through the lane. It was Brooke Bowen, puts up a shot, no good, off the front of the rim. Rebound Centralia. Leah Davis now running the point for Centralia. Passes it to Karina G. Karina G inside to Fisher. Fisher gets pushed, and it's going to be a foul called on Sierra Brown, 6'1" forward out of Camas. That's going to be her first foul of the ball game.
And you can hear from the bench that they definitely feel like that foul should have been called more often, that they've seen that more and more.
There's another foul there that they got away with. It was Karina G who put up a shot and surrounded by 2 defenders, no foul call, and down at the other end, it's Clark who puts up a shot and rolls in and out. So a 2-point ball game here. Remains a 2-point ball game, 28-26 with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to go here in the first half. Julia Myers with the 3-point shot from the right wing, and it's up and in, so the score's now 31-26. 5-point ball game. Centralia with the lead over the Clark College Lady Penguins. And down at the other end, Brooke Bowen puts up a shot from the left side. Good scoop move by her there, putting her team within 3 points as it's 31-28. Just over 2 minutes left to go here in the first half. Short corner shot by Julia Myers. Shot's long, rebound by Bond, excuse me. And now it's Bond with the 3-point shot, and it's up and in. So tie ball game now, 31-31. Just under 2 minutes left to go here in the first half.
There's Bond again. Great defense, but better offense.
Yeah, down at this end, she got the rebound, hustled down at the other end, and set up for the 3-point shot to tie up the ball game. Keupu's 3-point shot rolls in and out, so the game's still tied with 1 minute 30 seconds left to go here in the first half. Clark down at the other end. Bond kicks it to the corner. Number 42, 42 puts up a shot, no good. Rebound by number 23, Brooke Bowen, who puts it up and in, giving Clark Penguins the lead here right before they're going to go into halftime.
That's just hard work, big girl hard work over there in the post.
2-point lead for Clark, 33-31, with 1 minute and 12 seconds left to go here in the first half. Karina G drives the baseline, puts up the shot with the right hand, no good, but there's going to be a foul called underneath the basket. Looks like it's going to be on number 44, Sierra Brown. That's going to be her second foul of the ball game.
When you look at the foul total, though, I mean, the Blazers are up 10-6 fouls compared to the Clark. So, I mean, it's definitely, if you're watching this game right now, you know there's no lack of scrappiness and aggressiveness on this floor tonight.
So we got Pruinger checking in the ball game and Megan Finger as Keupu takes a break, and as well as Leah Davis. Karina G's first free throw was good, and so is as well as her second free throw. A little bit over 1 minute left to go here in the first half. Tie ball game, 33-33. As Centralia Lady Trailblazers are playing host to Clark Lady Penguins. Inside pass to number 21. Nice move there as she uses her left hand up and in. Haley Grossman.
There's that girl again. That's dangerous.
Showing she knows how to play on both sides of the basket.
Versatility is a must for a post if you want to be successful.
Fisher drives through the lane, kicks it out to G to Pruinger. There's 10 seconds left on the shot clock here, so now they have to look to score, and it's Fisher who puts up a three-point shot. It's an air ball, but she runs the other way to set up her defense. And there's 22.6 seconds left to go here in the first half, and Clark's coach is calling for one shot. So as you see the clock dwindle down here, it's at 15. And Clark with the 2-point lead here, looking to extend it before they go into half. 5 seconds left on the clock, on the game clock. Skip pass over to the corner, inside to the post, back out, and they're not going to get the shot off. It's not going to be, they're going to call it no good, I believe. And one ref was standing at one end calling it no good. The other ref was standing over there calling it good. And they're going to have a conference to talk about this, but I don't think that she got it off.
No, not at all. I mean, right, you can see the backboard lit up as it was still in her hand, so they're definitely going to have a little chat here and hopefully make the right call on this one.
Or maybe instant replay, maybe. Oh, they called the basket. No good. So it will remain a 2-point ball game as we go into halftime.
Much the chagrin of Al Aldrich over there, the coach for the Lady Penguins. But it's been a tightly contested game so far. It's great basketball, great, scrappy, aggressive basketball.
So the Clark Lady Penguins going to halftime with the lead over the Trailblazers. Just a narrow margin, though, 2-point ball game. We'll go into halftime here.
15 free attempts. They kind of, towards the middle there, they kind of tried to live by the three a little bit. And, I mean, that's always a gamble when you go for that. But it hasn't affected them too much in the negative. It's just they got to go inside out, just like Clark is doing right now.
So to start out the first half, Clark will have the basketball. See, both teams switch ends here. First shots, no good. Keupu will have the basketball for Centralia. Passes it to Pruinger. Pruinger passes it to G. G guarded up top by Bond. Pruinger down to McIntyre. McIntyre dribbles with the right hand through the lane, puts it up, no good. They're going to call a loose ball foul. It's going to be underneath the hoop here. Foul's going to be called on number 33, Keupu. That's going to be her third foul, so kind of watch the fouls there for Keupu.
And you could see the first play of the game that they went right to Bond for the open three, and that's something you definitely want to watch out for because she's been hot.
So, turnover now by Clark. And possession will go to Centralia. See the first sub of the second half here as Lauren Fisher checks in for Cape, who kind of save her from being in foul trouble here. 9 minutes and 11 seconds left to go. Still a 2-point ball game. Same score we had at halftime, 35-33. Fisher with the basketball, dribbles with the left hand. She's being guarded tightly by Grossman. And Fisher looks inside to McIntyre. McIntyre gets knocked to the ground, foul call, and it's going to be against number 42, and that's Andrea Smith. That's her first foul of the ball game. So 18 minutes and 52 seconds left to go here in the first half. Fight for the basketball, and Clark comes up with it. Number 11 finds it, Grossman underneath. Grossman just loses the handle of the ball as it slips out of her hand, and possession will go to Centralia.
And that happens. I mean, when you're a big post player down low, sometimes you just don't have your hands with you and things catch you off guard, but you always got to be paying attention.
Always reminds me of the longest yard where he says too much popcorn, on the quarterback, Brucey.
The Butterfingers for sure.
And Lauren Fisher down at the other end for Centralia puts up a shot. It's no good, and it rolls out of bounds. Possession will go to Clark. So with a minute and 30 seconds already ticked away here in the second half, neither one of the teams have yet to score.
But that doesn't mean that there's been a lack of hustle by any means. If anything, that reinforces that.
Bond in the corner, being guarded by Pruinger. Skips past it over to number 32, Smith. Smith dribbles up and puts it at the shot, no good. And it's going to be called travel. As you can hear, Shoots calling for it, and apparently you seeing it too over here. 18 minutes and 6 seconds left to go here in the second half. Pruinger sets up the offense for the Lady Trailblazers. Passes it to G in the corner. G dribbles and puts up a shot through the lane, no good.
There's Fisher on the floor again.
And they're going to call travel on Lauren Fisher on that play. So,
but the hustle, you just got to love the hustle. I mean, you've seen all ladies on both teams just on the floor after the basketball, and they're hungry for it. They're hungry for this win.
Maybe a missed call there because she didn't really have possession of the basketball when they called travel on her. She didn't even have possession of it yet. And Clark now down at the other end with a 2-point lead. 17 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the ball game. Fisher tipped it and it wounded up being tipped by Grossman. Ball right out of bounds. Possession will go to Centralia. Good action by Fisher there to get her hand in there and cause a little bit of havoc. Pruinger now with the basketball, dribbles, passes it to G. G dribbles with the right hand, puts up a shot, no good. The ball was tipped by one of the Clark players, and in transition to Grossman, passes it out to Bond. Bond punt fakes and sets up the offense. So now number 11, Batanga, is being guarded by Leah Davis, passes it to McGee. McGee back to Grossman. Grossman skips it over to the corner shooter Bond. Bond back to McGee. McGee looks into a high post and ball. Good defense by Centralia as there's 3 seconds left in the shot clock and they're not going to get off a shot. And the one that they do though, wow, I couldn't believe it.
Sarah McKee there.
Oh, yeah, Sarah
and
McKee.
she actually made one field goal last half, and it was that same exact shot, that running floater.
I couldn't believe that she actually got it off there. But now 4 seconds left to go. There's a 4-point lead with 16 minutes left to go here in the ball game, and timeout by the Clark coach. So Clark Lady Penguins with a 4-point lead. There's already been, just over almost 4 minutes taken away here in the second half, and Centralia yet to score.
But 2 impressive shots in the first and second half. Sarah McKee. Now I wonder, you know who they're passing the ball to for that buzzer beater. I mean, those have been off balance, running, and I'm not sure if that's her jumper, but it just seems like it's just a running floater, and that must be her shot because it's going in tonight.
So Clark with a 4-point lead, and Centralia coach over here, strategy-wise, he has to be talking about how he's got to create some offense down at this end, because they have yet to put in a bucket in the second half.
But like you noted earlier, their defense, I mean, they're not lacking in defense. You just got to take your time, and you can see Clark has some good ball movement there. They're passing up the difficult shots, and they're trying to find, in their rhythm, a good shot. Now, that's what we need to do here, and that's what I'm sure Coach Schutz is talking to them about, is not settling for the difficult shots. We just need to get the ball movement, and then we get the shots. They'll fall. You just got to get the ball movement and the open man.
There'll be 22 seconds on the shot clock for the Lady Penguins as they inbound it. Grossman with the basketball being guarded by Fisher. And tight defense by Centralia. Grossman looks inside and gets knocked away by Karina G, who tips it to Pruinger. Pruinger quickly in transition. Passes it to G. G now with the basketball up top, dribbles with the right hand, puts it up at the free throw line. No good. Off the right side of the rim.
That was a great pick to set up that shot, though.
Centralia still struggling to create some offense down at this end. Down underneath the Clark basket, it'll be a Centralia Lady Trailblazer McIntyre being called for the foul. That'll be her third foul of the ball game, second team foul of this half. Ball is inbounded over the Clark's player's head, but able to recover well and save possession of the basketball for Clark. McGee with the basketball up top, passes it to her teammate who puts up a shot off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound goes for Lady Trailblazers. Davis in transition. G with the ball up top, passes it to Lauren Fisher. Lauren Fisher puts it up and in for three. Good form there by Fisher. She makes it a 1-point ball game, 37-36. Penguins still with a 1-point lead. Three-pointer down there by the Clark Penguins, and it's no good. Rebound Centralia, Pruinger in transition. G with the basketball, looks to pass it to McIntyre, gets tipped away. G recovers and saves the basketball, passes it over to Pruinger. Pruinger from the right corner puts a three-point shot, no good, just short off the front of the rim. And down the other way is the Clark. Shots up by number 23, Brooke Bowen, and she puts her team up by 3 points here, 39-36, as number 10, Swarenson's going to check in for the Trailblazers.
And Davis there tried to draw the charge, and just maybe a little bit of acting there, but you got to respect how both teams been working so hard already. And if there's one thing that Lauren Fisher doesn't lack, it's confidence. So when she gets that ball and she's open, she knows she's going to shoot it. And whether it hits or not, she doesn't get down on herself, and she'll keep firing away. And she's one of the people you'd want to put the ball in her hands if it came down to that late stretch. And so be sure to look for that.
Yeah, she's the lone Trailblazer with the only basket here in the second half, which was a three-pointer, which we've seen a few seconds ago. But for the Clark Penguins, we've seen number 23, Brooke Bowen, out of Vancouver, Washington, put up back-to-back shots up and in against the tough Centralia defense. So Brooke Bowen starting to get it going here in the second half.
And she was somebody that we didn't really talk about at halftime, but I mean, she was one of the three main scorers, and she had 8 at the end of the half. So I mean, she's definitely a threat too, and you might even say that's Clark's big three right there. So be sure to look out. If they don't have one to give it to, I mean, there always seems to be the other two somewhere around there, and it's just dangerous.
That being Bowen, Grossman, and Bond.
For sure. I mean, that's an inside-out game. You got Bond on the perimeter that's deadly, and then Grossman's inside, and she's a dangerous presence. It's tough basketball.
So Centralia with the basketball now, and Swanson on the court, left wide open, puts the shot up and in. She's about 1 foot inside the three-point line, but it didn't matter anyways. Wide open.
Got him with the pass fake for sure.
1-point ball game now, 39-38 with 14 minutes and 4 seconds left. 10 seconds left to go. So 14 minutes and 10 seconds left to go here in the ball game. Shots up by Clark, no good off the front of the rim. Rebound McIntyre. McIntyre passes it to Davis. Davis waits for Pruinger, and Pruinger gives it to Swanson. Swanson dribbles with the left hand, passes it out to McIntyre for the open three-point shot from the top of the keys. No good off the front of the rim. Leah Davis, good rebound by her. She's quick and savvy inside to fight for the board.
And that's one thing that also I think we didn't really touch on, is that they're Centralia Lady are so scrappy that Clark's really got the advantage with height. But we're just scrappy enough, and we're blocking out, and we're just doing our job, that we've managed to stay pretty tight with rebounds.
Swanson got an offensive rebound down to this end, put it up, no good, and rebound goes to Clark. Good shot, though, by Swanson, just couldn't get it to fall. 1-point ball game as Clark Penguins trying to hold on to this lead here over the Lady Trailblazers. Fight for the basketball now as the Clark Lady lays on it, and they're going to call jump ball. As it was number 42, Andrea Smith, and number 14, Leah Davis. That's 14 of Centralia.
And I think that might be the first time I've ever seen a jump ball called where the ball was literally squished between both of their backs.
Yeah, both of them on the ground fighting for the basketball. Keupu passes it to, inbounds it to Pruinger, who will set up the offense for the Trailblazers. Julia Myers passes it back to Pruinger and skips it over to Swanson. Swanson puts up a three-point shot, no good. Fisher with the long board, and they're going to call it out of bounds here as it was knocked out by one of the Clark players. Lauren Fisher with the rebound, but didn't notice that she had a defender right behind her to knock it out of her hands. Inbound now to Fisher. Fisher to Swanson. Swanson being guarded tightly by Bond. Dribbles with the left, spin moves right, looks to Pruinger. 9 seconds on the shot clock now. Pruinger has to look to score here quick. Down to 5. Keupu with the basketball, and she's going to get bailed out as 2 seconds left on the shot clock, and they're going to call a foul on the Lady Penguins. It's going to be called on, I believe, number 21, Grossman. That's only her second foul of the ball game, as well as the only second team foul of this half. And both teams with 2 fouls in this half, so 4 fouls called in about 7.5 minutes, and that's not that much, as to how physical they're playing. Julia Myers with the three-point shot from the right wing, no good. Rebound Fisher puts up a shot and she gets fouled, so they're going to call.
The thing that you're seeing, though, is even though it's so tightly contested and they're working so hard, the ladies are smiling out there. They're having fun. They're playing the games they love. And that's just, it's just fun to watch. It brings a smile to your face, honestly.
Foul is called on the floor, not in the act of shooting. So Centralia will inbound underneath their hoop. Open shot after the inbound by Swanson, no good. And Fisher got the rebound to bring another possession for her basketball team. Fisher with a nice pass fake. Leaves it wide open at the free throw line, puts it up and in. Now Centralia with the 1-point lead, 40-39, with 12 minutes left to go here in the ball game.
And once again with the pump fakes, they're faking me out with them, and that's how they're getting those open shots. They're clearing space.
Bond with the basketball, passes it to number 11. Good ball movement by Clark, getting it into the post, and she puts up a shot, no good. Got her on rebound, put it up and in. That's Brooke Bowen. So three notable baskets by Bowen here in the second half.
Grossman and Bowen, they're the twin towers down low, those anchors. And, like I said, if there's not one available, there's going to be the other, and you got to watch out.
Pruinger now with the three-point shot from the top of the key, up and in. And Lady Trailblazers with the 2-point lead here with 11 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the ball game.
So many lead changes. It's just so aggressive, and it's just...
Thornton might have got away with the foul there, but it's going to be called out of bounds. Possession, Lady Trailblazers. Swanson fights for the basketball and gets knocked out of bounds off of the Clark Penguin, and we'll see Centralia down at the other end here.
No sign of quitting from either club.
Sorensen looks inside to Fisher. Fisher puts up the shot. Looked like it was no good, but that was just really good touch, and it rolled off the rim. So at first glance, it didn't look like it had a chance. Then it did. But now down at the other end, Clark with the basketball.
But as they say, ball don't lie.
Yeah. But like what I was trying to say was, even the shots that she misses are good shots. You can tell she has great touch on the basketball.
And that's something that you'll see that with Jamaica Parker too when she gets in the lineup. Henry Weeks is the coach for WFLS ladies, and he's just a wonderful coach. He really teaches that and preaches the open shot.
Got out, foul called on the inbound here. It's going to be called on number 33, Keupu. That's her 4th foul, so 1 foul away from being disqualified. She's going to have to be safe here throughout the rest of the ball game as her team's got a 2-point lead over the Penguins. 3-point shot from the corner, no good.
Good closeout, though.
And fight for the basketball down underneath. There's going to be jump ball call, and possession goes to Centralia. Quick jump ball calls throughout this basketball game.
I think the refs might be doing that just to avoid injury. I mean, they're so scrappy out there. I mean, if they get any more of a dog pile, there may be something worse happening.
Te'upu puts the shot from the top of the key, up and in, putting their team up by 4 points, 45-41. It's going to be called a two-pointer from the top of the key, and quickly down at the other end, Grossman. 2-point ball game now, 45-43, about the halfway mark here, the second half.
And I think that's just Grossman moving without the ball, because you see they lost her again, and if you're not careful, you don't keep an eye on the ball and on Grossman, she will find a way to get open.
Definitely fundamentally sound. Centralia down at the offensive end. Swanson puts up a three-point shot from the left wing, no good. Fight for the rebound. It's Bowen comes out with it, and she goes coast to coast down at the other end and puts a nice little shimmy shake on the defender, finishing with the left hand. Tied ball game now, 45-45. Great action by Brooke Bowen of Lady Penguins.
And so far, it's been all Grossman and Bowen. I mean, the Twin Towers are in full motion tonight, showing what they're made of.
So a timeout by Coach Schutz, talking about stopping the transition. And before it seemed like they, were having trouble stopping the half-court offense when they would feed the post, and now they're having trouble stopping the transition play.
And I think that's a result of also the shots aren't. The shots, they're getting good looks, but the shots necessarily aren't hitting as well as maybe in the first half for the Lady Blazers. And when you get the jump shots and the misses, you're going to get long rebounds. And with the ball trailing so far from the basket, you just pick it up and run with it. So it's been all fast breaks here the second half.
Yep, I'd say a pretty even ball game throughout this one. But if you're Coach Schutz, after seeing that last possession, you want to be talking about stopping the basketball, because we've seen Bowen get the rebound down here and go coast to coast, one end to the other, and finish. So,
but if you're either coach, I feel like no lead is comfortable at this point. There's so much fight in each of these ball clubs that it's going to go till the buzzer, and this is going to be a wonderful game. There's still a lot of time left in it.
Centralia with the basketball, 9 minutes and 34 seconds left to go in the ball game. On the court for the Lady Trailblazers is Pruinger, McIntyre, Swanson, Finger, and Julia Myers. Julia Myers drives to the lane, puts it up, and it's no good. And Clark with the rebound down the other end.
And you can see by Coach Schutz's face, that's how he wanted that play to go. It's just the layup did not fall.
Two players fighting for position down there, and scrappy play as you mentioned. And number 32, Nicolette Bond, tries to split the double team and falls down. Luckily, the basketball saved her fall there. And
the basketball's a magical thing, no matter which way you look at it.
And it's going to be a foul called on number 12, and they're going to try and get her out of the game, but sub's not going to be allowed. McIntyre with 4 fouls. Hopefully she doesn't pick up her 5th here. She stands straight up, but it gets scored over, and it's a 2-point ball game now. Clark with the lead. That was Bowen with the basket over McIntyre.
I mean, they'll take that mismatch all day.
McIntyre also has to try and play safe because she had picked up her 4th foul just previously, and they weren't able to get the sub in. Swanson from the right wing, no good. Fight for the rebound. Myers comes up with it, passes it to Pruinger. Pruinger sets up the offense. Pruinger being guarded by Bond, looks in at Megan Finger, who's just begging for the basketball at the high post, kicks it out to McIntyre. McIntyre looks at multiple cutters and gets Pruinger. Pruinger passes to Swanson at the right wing, who finds Julia Myers being guarded tightly. Julia Myers dribble handoff with McIntyre, another dribble handoff with Swanson up top for 3, and shot's no good, but long rebound goes to Megan Finger. Good hustle by Finger to corral that rebound. Pruinger with the basketball now, 8 minutes left to go on the game clock. 20 seconds on the shot clock as Swanson dribbles with the left hand, passes it to Julia Myers. Julia Myers dribbles to the lane, kicks it out to Swanson from this time from the left corner, and it's good as the Trailblazers go up by 1 point, 48-47 with 7 minutes and 40 seconds left to go here in the ball game. Great second opportunity there by Swanson.
And that's a Coach Shoots continuity play right there. I mean, they just can't get enough of that, and they just keep going. They keep it continuing, looking for the open shot.
Three-point attempt, no good by Bond, but players for Clark down low to get the rebound and put it up and in. So 7 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. You know, scores going back and forth, 48-49 now. Clark with the lead. Prunger puts up the left-handed floater from the left side, no good. Grossman with the rebound, goes into a transition, passes it to Bowen. Bowen gives it to Bond. Bond puts up a shot, no good, but they're going to call a foul on the play. And so with 7 minutes and 1 second left to go here, just slightly over 7 minutes, they're going to call a stop to the action. We'll see almost a complete line change for Centralia as 4 players are set to check in. Bond's first free throw is good. Now we'll see everybody but Myers take a break here.
Keupu's back in the lineup, and she's got to be careful, but they need her right now. She's got to be careful, but she's got to contribute.
First shot good by Bond, and second shot was good, so she makes the pair, putting her team up by 3 points. Just under 7 minutes left to go here. Leah Davis with the basketball, drives right, puts up a shot, no good off the side of the backboard. Coach Shoots wants a foul call, but doesn't get one on that possession there. In transition is the Clark Penguins. Bond puts up a 3-point shot from the left wing this time. It's no good. 6-point ball game with 6 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here. Coach Shoots calls out the offense that he wants, calls out the set that he wants run. Julia Myers passes it to G to Fisher to Davis to Myers back to G to Fisher, looks inside to Keupu, doesn't like what she sees, so she's back to G. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. G does a spin move and gets a foul call with 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Foul's going to be called on number 21 of the Lady Penguins. That's Grossman, her third foul.
Definitely got bailed out there with 3 seconds left on the shot clock, and she had nowhere to go, but luckily they made the foul.
Karina G's first free throw is good. 5-point ball game now. Team's getting a chance for a breather here with 6 minutes, 10 seconds left to go here in the ball game, and Karina G's second free throw is up and in. So now it's a 2-possession ball game here as it's 54-50. Just over 6 minutes left to go here. Penguins with the basketball. Just working on ball movement as they're trying to get the Centralia defenders to be out of position. And that's exactly what happens as they work down low over the Centralia post defender and up and in.
They found the big tree that is Bowen.
It was Bowen with the finish that time?
It was.
So 2-point basket by Bowen, bringing it to a 2-possession ball game now as it's 50-56. Lob pass inside to Fisher, no good. She gets her own rebound, puts it up, no good. Fighting for the rebound this time, and she's going to be called for the foul. And you see some frustration there as she hangs her head a little bit underneath the hoop and able to just get up on her own willpower there with 5 minutes and 21 seconds left to go. They're definitely going to need Fisher throughout the rest of this ball game if they're going to want to try and come back to this one.
Definitely a moment of frustration, but if I know Fish, she's going to get through it and she's going to keep playing the game.
Timeout now for the Clark Lady Penguins. It's going to be a full timeout. Brings a break to the action with 5 minutes and 13 seconds left to go here in the ball game. And Clark with the lead, 56-50.
But you notice that the Lady Blazers are not going to let them edge them out. They're not going to let them get that comfortable lead and they're going to play tough no matter what until that buzzer sounds. And that's something that Coach Schutz, I'm sure, stresses. And that's just the makings. That's just part of what makes a great team. And if you look at it, I mean, they've just both had nonstop defense and stifling them. Nothing easy, and it's just been a grinded out game. And like I said, if you're a true fan of this sport, then you love this right now. Just all heart. It's all heart.
Yeah, it's, kind of like tale of two teams here. You see Centralia with a real balanced lineup throughout their, the whole lineup, and then you have Clark with, kind of like so to say, like triple threat, I would say, with Bowen and then Bond and Grossman.
Yeah.
And throughout the last couple plays, we've seen a three-pointer by Bond and then a nice seal move by Bowen down low. And that was 5 points, 5 quick points there, and it's a 6-point ball game.
It's definitely been, but that's what's going to take for the Lady Blazers is an all-together effort.
Mm-hmm. Sarah McGee to inbound it for Clark, passes it into Patanga. Patanga being guarded tightly by Julia Myers, picked up above half court. And now Patanga again being guarded tightly by Julia Myers. She's all over her, giving her nothing at all. Even pushes her down there a little bit. Aggressive play by Centralia. McGee with the basketball, passes to Bond. Bond steps through the lane, puts it up and in on the left side of the basket. Great move by Bond there, putting her team up by 8 points, 58-50. Centralia has to figure something out here on the offensive end and then try and get stops down to the defensive end as we got 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here. G out to Myers. Myers shot short. It was a Clark player with the rebound, and Lauren Fisher looked like she kind of maybe gave her a little shot out of bounds there, and they called it white ball. And Fisher might have got away with the foul, but either way, possession goes to Centralia, and they'll take it out underneath their own hoop.
And that's basketball IQ. You got
Leah Davis got the player open wide underneath the hoop. And it's Julia Myers for two. So back to two possession ball game as it's 58-52. 4 minutes and 10 seconds left to go here.
Excellent play calling to get it inside. Good out of bounds play.
Patanga out to Bond. Bond back to Patanga. Patanga kicks it over to McGee. McGee back to Patanga. Patanga looks inside to Grossman. Grossman out to McGee. McGee gets a three-point shot from the right wing. No good. And you see Leah Davis with a nice fundamental block out there, keeping her player out of the paint. Just great fundamentals by Davis.
If anything, Bond's going to want that, and she's hungry for that ball, and that was a good, smart IQ decision.
Down at the other end, Leah Davis passes it to Karina G. Karina G, really open space there to drive, and she does. Good, strong drive by G on Patanga. And the foul's going to be called on Patanga. Patanga's a 5'11 freshman out of Honolulu, Hawaii, playing for the Clark Lady Penguins, far from home.
That's right, long ways away.
First shot by Karina G is no good.
Wonder how she adapted to the weather.
Crucial free throw miss, and at Kaipu, I believe, is for Centralia, is from Hawaii too.
Maybe we should get that. Maybe we should get her in here sometime. Ask her how she's adjusted.
Second free throw by G was good. So it was a 5-point ball game, and Julia Myers is going to be called for a loose ball foul, as we've seen her just being very aggressive on number 11, Patanga. Probably part of the scouting report is to put pressure on Patanga.
Definitely, but there comes, they're in the bonus now, shooting free throws, so there comes a point when you got to be careful.
Yeah, they're being very aggressive, Julia Myers and Patanga, so watch it, the matchup to watch here throughout the rest of the ball game. First free throw is good by Patanga, second free throw is up and in, so score 60-53 with 3 minutes and 36 seconds left to go here. Leah Davis being double teamed, passes it to Myers, again Myers being double teamed. And then quick defense by Clark as they're all over the court, giving Centralia no air room. Keupu with the basketball, passes out to G for 3, up and in. So 4-point ball game now as it's 56-60 with 3 minutes. Steal by Julia Myers, and Karina G comes up with the basketball, passes it to Myers. Myers, before she puts the basketball down, takes a few steps and gets called for it. You got to know that. You got to know to put the ball down first.
And with all the excitement, though, your feet just move faster than your mind.
Oh,
but
yeah.
that 3-point was exactly what they needed.
Definitely.
They're in this game again.
Myers is in the game, so if your coach shoots, it's a mistake that you can accept and you can handle. 4-point ball game here with just over 3 minutes left to go. And number 23, Bowen with the basketball, looks inside but doesn't like what she sees. Passes it to Patenga. Patenga's going to be guarded tightly as we see here. And inside pass is the steal by Grossman. She puts it up and in. 6-point ball game now. 2 minutes, 45 seconds left to go. Centralia in transition. Julia Myers dribbles right, doesn't like it, or gets caught, and tries giving it to Leah Davis. Leah Davis might have got fouled, but doesn't. And then Leah Davis might have got fouled, but there's no call, and loses the ball. Gets knocked out by Keupu, who knocks it to her own bench. Possession will go to Clark. We'll have a new player checking in for the Lady Trailblazers, as it's McIntyre, who has been sitting over here for a while. And she checks in the ball game now for Julia Myers. Patanga tries to look inside but throws it away. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left to go here. Centralia with the basketball. Swanson, quick move and puts it up with the right hand. Coach is yelling, no, no, but it went in, and I'm sure he's satisfied with the result. Good crossover down there by Bond. She's going to get called for the charge there as Karina G draws the foul. Good anticipation by Karina G there with 2 minutes, 6 seconds left to go.
And as this is going down to the wire, they're making the right decisions. That's great coaching. That shows great coaching. Drawing the charge, and they're just making calm decisions. Trying not to get too excited here and win this game.
Oh yeah, when you're coaching, you coach for these moments at practice, so you know these players know what to do. They've been here, they've done it. Just under 2 minutes left to go here, and Centralia with the 4-point deficit looking to cut it down. Leah Davis with the basketball. 10 seconds left on the shot clock, and Davis is going to have to look to score here. Puts it up and bounces, no good. Leah Davis fights it with 3. Clark Penguins comes up with, but the Clark Penguins come up with the basketball. 1 minute, 30 seconds left to go here, and it's going to be a timeout call by Aldridge, the Clark College Lady Penguins coach.
Say that 5 times fast.
Right.
But you could tell that the excitement, you could feel it rising. You could feel it kind of getting out of control. I mean, just the tension and the excitement. You could cut it with a knife right now. But it makes for great basketball. It makes for exciting basketball. I mean, I'm over here and I'm getting nervous.
So
what a game! What a game!
Timeout by Clark College is a 30-second timeout. It'll be just a short one, and Centralia Lady Trailblazers and Lady Penguins will be back on the court here, and it will be the Penguins inbounding it.
Let's see what kind of side-out play they come with. Looks like a stack of some sort. Oh, playing the box.
Inbound to Grossman. They look inside, and they're gonna ref blew his whistle and looked at the other ref for a call. Like he wasn't gonna make the call. So okay, the call's gonna be out of bounds, and possession goes to Centralia. So scrappy play by Leah Davis to cause some confusion there, and that's what you want if your coach shoots. And now prevails for Centralia, and they get possession of the basketball. 1 minute, 15 seconds left to go here. McIntyre passes to Swanson. Swanson dribbles up and puts it up with the left hand, no good. Rebound Keupu, and it's going to be a foul call on the big lady down low, number 23, Brooke Bowen.
And these fouls are exactly what you want, because these Lady Blazers, they've proven that they can make the good under pressure defensive decisions, but the offense, I mean, it's not that they're making the bad decisions. It's just the shots aren't really falling, and it's not clicking. And it's just stifling.
Kapu's at the line shooting 2. Her first free throw is good. So now that at least brings it to a 1-possession ball game. Hopefully she can bring it to a 2-point ball game here with the next free throw as the score is 62-59. Only 1 minute, 4 seconds left to go on the game clock. Crucial timing here as Kapu makes both free throws. 2-point ball game. Full court pressure here by Centralia as McIntyre is on Bowen, and Bowen almost lost it. Looks to pass it, but thankfully she knew where she was. Good court awareness by Bowen. Bowen with the basketball now for Clark. Passes it out to Bond. Bond being guarded by Swanson. Swanson's defense is tight, so she had to pass it away, and McIntyre ended up with the basketball driving with the left hand, and foul's going to be called on the drive. It's going to be called on number 3, Karina G, and now that brings Centralia into the penalty, so they'll be shooting 1 and 1. The Lady Penguins
with the hand check.
Lady Penguins shooter Sarah McKee. Her first shot's up and in, so now it's 3-point ball game. Still 1-possession ball game at this time, with 42 seconds left to go here. Big free throw by McGee, and it's up and in. So now 4-point ball game, 2-possession ball game with 38 seconds left to go. Shoots calls, he said we need a 2, and maybe he said quick 2, but they're not going to get it here. And as Keupu finds himself having trouble and throws the ball away, but thankfully possession will stay with Centralia as the Clark player knocked it out of bounds. And it'll be Leah Davis taking out of bounds with 26.7 seconds left to go here in the ball game. Centralia trails by 4. G gets the ball in the inbound, puts it up, no good. Rebound McIntyre. She puts it a shot and she gets fouled. So 21.7 seconds left on the clock. It will bring a stop to action, and McIntyre will be at the line shooting 2 free throws as it was on the shot.
And if you're Centralia, if you're down in a ball game like this foul is exactly what you need. Stop the clock, get everyone composed, and get some points on the board. This is exactly what they need.
Gives Centralia's players a chance to catch their breath a little bit too.
And Lord knows they need it.
First free throw by McIntyre is good, so 3-point ball game, back to a 1-possession game. Second free throw is also good, so now it's 2-point ball game with 21.7 seconds left to go. You know, Centralia's got a foul now. First they got to look for the steal, and then they got to foul right away if they cannot get the steal. They got to watch the home run play here. They cannot allow the home run play for the player to streak down to the other end of the basket. And now they got to foul right away or get the steal or foul, and they do foul underneath their own basket here. 17.8 seconds left to go, and it will bring a Clark player to the line shooting 1 and 1, and shooter will be Bowen, number 23. You can see her confidently walking up to the free throw line.
You know, here in Hub City tonight, both ends, the free throws have been clutch, and there's ice in those veins out there tonight.
2 players checking in the ball game for Centralia. I believe it's McIntyre and Keupu, the 2 players that are in foul trouble, and the 2 big ones down low fighting for the rebound. First free throw by Bowen is good. So this is the big free throw right here. Either it's going to be 1-possession game, 2-possession game.
Clark hoping to put this on ice.
Bowen's second free throw is up and in, so Centralia has to look to score quickly here, then get another foul to stop the clock. And it's Leah Davis down at the other end, puts up the shot, and it's no good as it rolls out, but Centralia with the rebound, kicks it out to G. G looks at the clock, knows she has to score, puts up a shot, no good off the back of the rim, gets her own rebound, puts it up, 2.2 seconds left on the clock, and it's a 2-point game. And Centralia might have just ran out of time here with only 2.2 seconds left to go. They have to foul, or either foul or get a steal, or then foul, and hope for the best. Hope that they miss the free throws and that they can get down at the other end and throw up a lucky shot or a heave possibly.
Absolutely, they're searching for a miracle right now, and the only way they're gonna, if they get the steal, it will be off the inbounds. But one thing they got to do is they got to rush the ball right away, get that foul in. There's no time. I mean, there's 2.4 seconds. No time to mess around here.
And I believe it's 2.2 seconds, but yeah, exactly. Either way, no time to mess around at all. No. And one thing that if you're Centralia, you don't want the ball to for there to be an open player down at their own basket, which is what a lot of teams like to do when you're bringing the full court pressure, is they like to release a player and just send him down to the other end of the basket, and you cannot make the mental error and leave him open, because that would definitely end the ball game right there.
The cherry pick basket is deadly. That's for sure. But they're waiting on a miracle. And you know what? We've seen crazier things happen, though. And this game has been so tight, and this game has gone so back and forth, I wouldn't be that surprised.
If they got a
it's going to be a
tip
great
steal
finish.
and put it right up real quick, possibly. So here we go. 2.2 seconds left to go, and Clark to inbound it. There we got the 2-point lead, 66-64. There's the home run play that I spoke of, and the player's nowhere to go. And they're going to call timeout down here before the ball got inbounded, because he felt that he was in trouble, but the ball actually winded up being inbounded to number 11, and she had spacing, and it was Patanga who had some space to where she probably might have ran out the clock by standing there.
It was almost a 5-second call, though. I mean, the coach had to make that decision, and there's just certain points, whether he made the right or wrong decision. That's not for up to us to decide, but he definitely had to make something happen. So
it's going to be a full timeout again by the Lady Penguin coach, but he wastes no time to send his players back onto the court, and as well as this coach shoots.
He wants to let the adrenaline still flow in there, but at the same time wants them to make the right decision. But if the Centralia defense is like this,
Clark to inbound it here with trying to hold on to a 2-point lead. 2.2 seconds left to go. Centralia can't do anything now, but besides foul, and then 0.7 on the clock, and not much left to do here. And Grossman will shoot 2 free throws.
And perhaps I don't know. Perhaps the call might have been a little bit late on the contact, because right as soon as she got the ball, there was that foul. But you know what? I guess that's for us to discuss after.
Looks like coach is going to put in Lauren Fisher to maybe hope for a full court heave, possibly, off the rebound. But just turn and shoot is all she can really do. Can't even really turn and look with 0.7 on the clock.
It's a muscle memory. You got to hope for the best.
Yeah. Or she misses the first, makes the second, then you can inbound it and hope that she can just catch and shoot real quick. There we go.
Whoa,
misses the first. Now she wants to miss this one, though. I believe. I don't know. Because it's a 2-point game. I'd probably go with a miss. But she makes it, so we'll see here. Shoot it. It's up and no good. So that's the ball game as the Clark Lady Penguins seal the win.
And that was a hard-fought battle, though. You can't say enough about the hustle out of both teams. This went down to the wire the whole game. There was never a huge standout lead. And it was just a great game to watch, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's like a fitting ending to the basketball game as Grossman seals it with the free throw there. And Lady Penguins come up with the lead here, or with the win here over the Lady Trailblazers, 67-64.
A tough loss, but I mean, if I'm Coach Schutz, I'm going to give some praise to how hard his ladies fought tonight. I mean, they came in and they faced a team that what is the Clarks? They're 12-2.
Yep, 12-2. 4-0 in division, so that brings them to 5-0 in division play, and Centralia will be 4-2 in division play. And so we'll take a break here. We'll be back in about I'd say 15 minutes, and we'll send it back to the studio here. And make sure you come back to join us.
Boys getting ready to face off.